Hi friends, welcome to our RV YouTube channel. This is our fourth session of electrical drive course. In our first session, we have saw about introduction of electric drives. In our second session, we discussed about the applications of electric drives in a cement plant so that the real-time applications in a real-time industry can be understood. And in our third session, we discussed about the speed control of electric drives in a cement plant so that the real-time speed control in a real-time industrial application can be understood. And in our fourth session of this electrical drive course, we are going to discuss about equations governing motor load dynamics. That means motor load dynamics of an electric drive and steady state stability of an electric drive. Please subscribe our RV YouTube channel. For instant notifications and updates, please press the bell icon. Now let us go to the today's discussion of electrical drives course. The topic is equations governing motor load dynamics and steady state stability of an electric drive. So first let us see about the motor load dynamics. See, assume this as a motor. This motor is mechanically coupled to a load through a shaft. Okay, this is a motor and this motor is mechanically coupled to a load through a shaft. So now let us consider the torque which is developed by the motor as Tm and the torque which is created by the load as TL, and this load is driven by this motor with a speed of omega m. Now let us derive the motor load dynamics for this. Here this motor is driving this load with a torque of motor torque, and this torque of this load is TL. This developed torque should develop the torque such that this motor should be able to drive this load with a torque of load torque TL, and in addition to that, in any mechanical system you will be having a parameter called the moment of inertia J, which is present in any mechanical system. So now this motor torque has to produce the torque, or otherwise this motor has to develop the torque such that it should be able to drive both load torque TL and the moment of inertia. That means the motor torque Tm is equal to the load torque plus torque due to inertia. The motor torque should be able to drive both load torque and the torque due to the inertia. Therefore, your motor torque Tm is equal to TL plus d by dt of J into omega m. Here J represents the moment of inertia of this mechanical system. See, torque due to inertia is given as the product of, the rate of change of the product of the moment of inertia and the angular speed. Okay, the torque due to inertia is given as the rate of change of the product of the moment of inertia and the angular speed, which we might have been studied in our fundamentals of physics in our 11th or 12th grade. So by using this, we have written this here. Now let us differentiate this equation with UV method. Differentiation of UV is equal to UdV plus VdU. So you will get first keep this omega m as constant and differentiate this J. Therefore omega m into dJ by dt, and plus you keep this J as constant and differentiate this omega with respect to t. Therefore J d omega m by dt. Okay. So now what happens is, In most of the systems, the rate of change of inertia with respect to the time is assumed to be or considered to be 0. dj by dt is equal to 0. Okay, in most of the systems, the rate of change of inertia with respect to the time is assumed to be 0. Therefore, consider dj by dt is equal to 0. Now, you substitute this equation 2 in 1, what happens to your motor torque? Tm is equal to load torque TL plus 0, dj by dt is 0, and plus j into d omega m by dt. So this is our motor and load dynamic equation. Okay, Tm is equal to, that means motor torque, torque developed by the motor Tm is equal to load torque plus j into d omega m by dt. This is our motor load dynamic equation. Tm is torque developed by motor in Newton meters, or in short we can call it as motor torque. So hereinafter we are going to call this Tm as motor torque, and this TL is nothing but load torque in Newton meters, and here J represents moment of inertia, and of course omega m is angular speed in radians per second. Okay, and this d omega m by dt represents angular acceleration. Okay, see, omega m is nothing but angular velocity. Here this is d omega m by dt, that means the differentiation of angular velocity with respect to time. The differentiation of angular velocity with respect to time is known as angular acceleration. Okay, so these are the representations. So your motor load dynamics is Tm is equal to TL plus j into d omega m by dt, which is an important equation of any motor load dynamic systems which are coupled mechanically to each other. So with this base of equation 3, we are going to study or discuss about steady state stability. So now we are going to discuss about steady state stability of an electric drive. So let us consider this example in order to discuss about the steady state stability. First, let us discuss what is steady state stability. Steady state stability is an equilibrium point. Okay, if you have any increment in speed or decrement in speed, and again that system has to come back to its original position, that is called as steady state stability. Let me explain that through this diagram so that you can understand the definition of steady state stability in a better way. So first let us consider this example. Both are of the same, but I am going to consider it for increment in the speed. Omega m is increased, case 1, and here omega m is decreased, that means the case 2. Okay, we are going to consider two cases for the same example. So what happens when the speed is increased and what happens when the speed is decreased? See, this is our speed axis and this is our torque axis. Tm, this is nothing but the motor torque, and TL is load torque. So now let us consider this typical speed torque characteristics of an electric drive in order to discuss this steady state stability. So let me consider an operating point or the equilibrium point A here. Okay, let me assume that this is an equilibrium point or the operating point A here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the speed. See, case 1 is speed increment. Omega m is increased by delta omega m. So I'm going to increase the speed little bit by a value of delta omega m. Okay, by a value of delta omega m. So let me increase. So I have increased the speed. So from this point I have increased the speed by a value of how much? Delta omega m. Okay, now the speed is increased from this point to here by a value of delta omega m. So let us see what happens now. See, when the speed is increased, the value of Tm is this much. Okay, I have increased the speed from here to here. So at this point, what is the value of Tm? Just you stretch this to the slope of or the straight line of the Tm. So this will be your Tm. From here to here is your Tm. At the same point, you have to identify the value of TL also. So at this point, just stretch towards your or extend towards your TL. So coming to the x-axis, this much is your load torque. So now compare both. What is happening is your load torque is greater than your motor torque. See, your load torque value is of this much, whereas your motor torque is of this much. Therefore, your load torque is greater than motor torque. Basically, we have to know one thing is when your torque developed by the motor is greater than your torque developed by the load, the load torque, then your motor tends to accelerate. Okay, whenever your motor torque or the torque developed with motor is greater than the load torque, then your motor accelerates. That means speed increases. If we consider the vice versa case or the opposite case, that means when your motor torque is less than load torque, that means when your load torque is greater than the motor torque, then your motor decelerates. Okay, that means your speed decreases. Okay, so these are the two cases which you have to know fundamentally about an electric motor, of any electric motor. Okay, not only the DC drive, of any electric drive. Whenever your motor torque is greater than load torque, your motor tends to accelerate, therefore the speed increases. And whenever your motor torque is less than the load torque, or whenever your load torque is greater than the motor torque, then your motor decelerates. That means your speed decreases. So based on these two conditions, now let us analyze this one. So what is happening is here TL is greater than Tm. That means it is the second case. Your load torque is greater than motor torque, or your motor torque is less than load torque, or your motor torque is less than load torque. So what happens here? Obviously your motor decelerates or speed decreases. So now the motor is operating at this speed. Okay, because we have increased the value of the speed by a speed of delta omega m. So at this condition, what is happening is your load torque is becoming greater than the motor torque. Therefore, your motor decelerates. So deceleration means again it will come back to the original position, because this is speed increment, whereas this is speed decrement. If you go towards this, that is called speed increment. If you come downwards, that is called speed decrement. So your speed is decreasing in this case because your Tm is less than TL. Therefore, your speed will decrease. Okay, from this point to this point. So what is happening is, even if you increase the speed, your motor is coming back to the original position. I mean your speed and torque characteristics is coming to the original position. So from this what we can understand or observe is, even if you increase the speed, again the steady state stability is achieved. That means again your motor speed is tending to or coming back to the original position. That is called steady state stability. Therefore this system is stable system. Okay, even if there is any disturbance like either increase in speed or decrease in speed, even then if your system is coming back to the original position, that is said to be steady state stable or stable system. Now let us consider the same example with the speed decrement. So let us see what happens when the speed decreases. So let me assume that this as my operating point B, and let me decrease the value of the speed from here to here by a value of same delta omega m, but I am decreasing now. In previous case I have increased the speed, in this case I am going to decrease the speed by a value of delta omega m. So let us see, or let us evaluate the values of the motor torque and the load torque. See, first let me calculate the value of the motor torque. So you just stretch this line towards your motor torque Tm. So this much is your motor torque. In the same way you evaluate the value of the, or you calculate the value of the load torque also. So you stretch this line towards this load torque characteristics and you get this. So this much is your load torque. So what is happening is, in this condition your motor torque is becoming greater than the load torque, right? Your motor torque is this much, whereas your load torque is only this much. So your motor torque is greater than the load torque. So what happens if the motor torque becomes greater than the load torque? See here, if the motor torque is greater than the load torque, your motor accelerates. That means speed increases. So this is decreasing speed, this is increasing in speed. So according to this condition, now your motor tends to accelerate. That means your speed increases. So from this point your speed increases. So if the speed increases means this point goes towards where? Again to the same position. That means again to the original position. So even though if there is a decrement in speed, your operating point is coming back to the original position. Therefore it is always approaching, or it is always coming back to the equilibrium called steady state point. Hence this system is stable system. So from this two observations, what we come to conclusion is, even if you increase the speed or even if you decrease the speed, these points, I mean these two operating points again coming back to the original position called A and B. Therefore even if you create any disturbance or increase or decrease the speed, again it is coming back to the original position. Hence this system is called as stable system. Such a system is called as such a point is called equilibrium point. Now let us consider an example for unstable system. The case which we have studied right now is stable system. So in this way you can identify whether a system is stable or unstable. Now let us consider an example for unstable system also. So here both are same examples, but one case of increasing the speed and another case of decreasing the speed. Okay, so now let us increase the speed for this case first from here to here by a same value of delta omega m. So now let us calculate the value of the motor torque and the load torque as we did in the previous example. So this is going to be your value of load torque and this is going to be your value of motor torque. So what is happening is here your motor torque is greater than the load torque. Am I right or not? So here your motor torque is greater than the load torque. So what happens if your motor torque greater than the load torque as per our conditions? So let us recap this condition. When your motor torque becomes greater than the load torque, your motor accelerates or speed increases. So according to this condition, your speed increases. So what happens is from here again your speed will increase, right? Speed increment means it will go in this direction. So again your speed is increasing, therefore your speed will go away. That means your operating point is going away from the operating point. This is our operating point. Let me assume that this operating point as C. Okay, so if you increase the speed by delta omega m, in this case your motor torque is becoming greater than load torque, therefore your speed is increasing, right? Your speed is again increasing from this point. So your operating point is getting away from this operating point. Okay, so steady state or the stable is not achieved, hence the system is unstable system. Let us this is when increasing your speed. Let us consider the same example with the second case called decreasing the speed. Let us analyze or let us check what happens when your speed is decreased by delta omega m for the same example. So let me decrease this much by an amount of delta omega m. Now let us check what is the value of Tm and what is the value of TL. In order to find the value of Tm, I have to stretch this line up to Tm line. So this much is your Tm value. So do the same for Tm. Stretch your line towards TL. Therefore you will be able to find the value of TL. So in this case, what is happening is your load torque is becoming greater than motor torque, or otherwise your motor torque is less than load torque. Am I right or not? See, this much is of your motor torque and this much is of your motor torque for this operating point. Let me consider this operating point as T. So what is happening is here your load torque is greater than the motor torque, or otherwise we can call it as your motor torque is less than the load torque. So what happens for this condition? Let us recap that condition. See here, Tm is less than TL. When your Tm is less than TL, motor decelerates. That means speed decreases. So for this case, your speed decreases. That means your speed again decreases from this value. Already it is operating here. I mean, it was operating here and we have decreased the speed. And if we decrease the speed, your motor torque is becoming less than the load torque. So for that case, your speed decreases. So again, from here, your speed will tend to increase. So that means it will never reach to the original position called D. Hence, steady state stability or the equilibrium is never reached by this case or by this sort of typical speed torque characteristics of a drive. So this is an unstable system. So we have in this session we have discussed about the motor load dynamics of an electric drive and steady state stability. I mean, what is an equilibrium point and what is how to identify whether a system is stable or unstable depending on the speed torque characteristics of any electric drive. So in our next session, we are going to calculate the value of this delta omega m mathematically. That means we are going to calculate the value of the rate of change of speed or the value of the speed, how much we have changed or how much we have increased or decreased mathematically. Thank you.